I've been lucky to be part of the journey that EY GDS has had in Kerala. I rode that wave of growth and success. We started in 2002 with about 10 people to where we are today in 2025 with over 10,000 people. Kerala has played a very crucial role in the growth story of EY GDS globally. We think we will probably double in number over the next few years.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Aspire Stories of Innovation, the Technopark podcast. Today we have Mr. Subish Ram. He's the Director, GDS Digital Products and Services for EY GDS Trivandrum, India. Mr. Subish is a technology evangelist and heads the team named Digital Products and Services that serves as the AI and automation enablement arm for EY Global Delivery Services, GDS. Welcome to the show. So you have had an impressive journey in EY GDS, covering IT and operations. What are some of the pivotal moments that led you to your current role at EY GDS, and how have they shaped the leadership outlook?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Ajay, and a great start to the podcast. So it's just not one moment. There have been multiple moments in the last 19 years that I've been with EY GDS, starting in IT and then playing multiple roles over the last 19 years. I think I should have had about 8 or 9 different roles that I played in the firm. And each of those has been defining, moments for me in my career, in my professional journey, in the learning curve that I had, the experience that I've gained. So all of those in sum total has kind of helped me reach where I am today. And I've been lucky to be part of the journey that EY GDS has had in Kerala. And I can say I rode that wave of growth and success that we had here in Kerala. So there have been many, many moments to answer your question. One specific moment or a key part of what I think I've been involved in is the fact that I've been leading the setup of our automation capabilities in EY GDS. And we started that off in Kerala, in Trivandrum, with a small team. And technology, especially technologies like RPA and AI, were fairly nascent at that stage. This is like almost 10 years back in the industry. We helped set that up, we scaled it up. And today, this is kind of, how AI is being spoken about, the possibilities of AI. So I think that has been one moment that I can recall, and that has kind of helped me pivot in the career, as well as help establish a practice, a team that has then really grown and created a name for itself. And then we really established that as a practice across EY GDS. So that I think I can definitely call out as a standout moment for me.
Correct, great. And EY is one of the early players who came to Trivandrum, like a global player who established their operations in Trivandrum. It was in 2002 time, and later in Kochi in 2011. What made Kerala the attractive destination for a company like EY to choose, and how do you compare the ecosystem now with where you have started?
Yeah, so Kerala, I think it literally has everything that you need to run a successful business. And the journey has been really, it's been an amazing journey. I think from the time we started in 2002 with about 10 people, if my memory is right, to where we are today in 2025 with over 10,000 people between Trivandrum and our Kochi offices. It's been an amazing journey. It's been a journey where we have grown not just as an organization in numbers, but in the kind of work that we do, the kind of customer base that we serve. And Kerala has played a very crucial role in the growth story of EY GDS globally. Okay. So if you look at EY GDS globally, we are across multiple geographies, catering to multiple time zones. Even within India, we are across all the major cities, or let's say some of the bigger cities. So Kerala has been right in the middle of that growth story. And the ecosystem here, the support that we got from the ecosystem, let's say from the government, from let's say the park authorities and the larger academia, all of that has really played a crucial role in establishing and us being successful here.
Correct.
The kind of talent that we've been able to attract, the kind of work that we're doing with the ecosystem, all of that I think has played a pivotal role in our success over the years.
And you being somebody connected with Kerala, you are being a Malayali. Now, how do you view the rise of Tier 2 IT hubs like Trivandrum in a national tech landscape? And what role do platforms like Technopark or Kerala Startup Mission play in this evolution?
Even before the whole buzz around Tier 2 was going on, if you remember, Ajay, Trivandrum was one of the first IT parks in the country.
Correct.
So, and all this buzz around going to Tier 2, Tier 3 has then come over the last few years. But even before that, I think Kerala had established that ecosystem for IT companies to come set up their shop and
Correct.
be successful here. So I think it's not something that we did recently. It's been something that we've been doing for a couple of decades right now.
Okay.
Only thing I would say is we need to continue to accelerate and figure out new means and mechanisms for newer organizations to come and succeed here. What kind of ecosystem do we need? Because with the changing landscape in the business, the impetus on technology, AI specifically, what more can we do to help small and big organizations come here and succeed? I think that is how I see the next wave of the Tier 2 strategy unfolding in Kerala. So I think that's what we need to be prepared for. It's just not the real estate or the place to operate. It's much beyond that. It's a connected ecosystem between, let's say, organizations like Startup Mission or the ICT Academy or the academia, the universities and colleges that we work with. All of that will have to kind of flex and play around this to help us now go into the next phase of the Tier 2 strategy that we have. So I think we were ahead, if I can say that way, in the Tier 2 strategy. We just need to figure out mechanisms and ways to stay ahead again.
And the state have a strong focus on sustainability, if you look at it, and social development along the growth of IT. How do you think this balance impacts its attractiveness of global tech firms and startups to Kerala state?
Yeah, that's what I said. See, Kerala has a natural advantage, right? In terms of our human capital, in terms of the entrepreneurial spirit that our people have in the state. All of that are natural advantages that we have, plus the support that we have from the government, let's say, where there's so much focus on sustainability, there's so much focus on going green. All of that, I think, is the right environment that tech companies or organizations that's focusing on deep tech or all of those new tech will need, right? So that in essence is where we have the natural advantage. It's just that how do we channelize all of this together? How do we sell and package this better? How do we get the message out, right? How do we get the world to know?
Correct.
How do we publish this more loudly across the globe to be able to say that this is the place where, this small state, but with so much potential, so much of capabilities, so much yet to be untapped. All of that is what I think we should be now looking to do.
Yeah, and also the state is developing the policy to attract global capability centers, GCCs. Given your experience, what are your recommendations for making Kerala more appealing destination?
I think Kerala is already appealing. Like I said, we just need to be able to understand what are the changing dynamics, right? The GCCs that set shop in India or in Kerala 2 decades back, and the GCCs that are planning to come now, totally have different needs, right? The requirements, the way they want to operate, all of that has totally dramatically changed. So I think Kerala will now have to look at how do we attract the small, the mid-tier to the large GCCs to the state. And for that, we should be having, if I may say, packaged versions of how we make it easy for them to come and, like we say, plug and play. How do we make it easy for them to just come in here in a week's time, get started, right? Something like that. It might seem a little dramatic, but that's how easy it needs to be. So organizations should feel like this is the place I need to go to. This is where I can get off the ground pretty fast. I have the whole ecosystem and this whole system that will support me, help me build, scale, all of that. So I think that's it's not really a complex thing to do. Very simple, but most often the simple things are the most difficult things to do. So I think that's what we need
less
to focus
friction
on.
and more ease of doing.
Correct. That's what I think.
Great. And as you know, like collaboration is the key to innovation. Can you share some examples of partnerships, whether between industry, academia, or the government, that have significantly impacted Kerala's IT and startup ecosystem?
So if you look at EY story, we've been all about partnership, right? The whole success that we have had over the last 2 decades has been around the partnership that we established, the ecosystem that we have leveraged, be it the startup mission or the ICT Academy of Kerala or the universities that we connect and work with, the ASAP skill development program. So I could name quite a lot of partnerships that we had. It is not a one-way street, right? It's a two-way street for us, because while we look to attract talent, we want to get the best people into the organization. We are also looking to see what we can give back. How do we mentor and guide students, right? How do we work with the academia to modularize their curriculum? What kind of curriculum will help the students of the future come out really and be ready for the industry? Things like that. How do we also look to reskill and upskill people? And then there's one great initiative that we kicked off a few years back about reinstating women, especially who have had career break in their careers, and then how do we bring them back if they had a break in career.
Correct.
So we did the focus program. It's been pretty successful, and that program has resonated across our offices, and there's quite a lot of interest in all the other locations are also looking to see if they can replicate that, because those are things that we want to stand out for. Those are things that we think is our commitment to where we operate in, right? What can we give back to the society? What can we do to help the society grow as we grow as an organization?
And Mr. Subish, how do you actually view the Kerala's effort in future-proofing its IT industry? And what are some key initiatives or shifts you believe are setting the foundation for long-term resilience and growth?
Yeah, Ajay, I think it's a joint responsibility. I don't think it's just any one department or government's responsibility to just future-proof. As industry, it is the onus is equally on everyone, right?
Correct.
To work with the government, to work with the universities, the colleges, understand what the skills of the future are, and how do we bring that into the curriculum. So all of that, I think, is what we should be looking to do, which is it's a combination of effort from the industry and the government together, and all this other collaborative effort to do that. And that is one step in future proofing. I would not say that's like you do that and you're future proofing, right? So, but that's the point I would say we should start with, right? You have to go into the universities and colleges and look to see what are the skills that we need to build in the students right now, or let's say the workforce of the future. So that's one key part. The other is the industry itself, right? The current workforce. What kind of skills do we need to do? What kind of upskilling or reskilling we'll have to do? And that's where this larger ecosystem can come into play. The industry will have to think through and figure out how are we going to handle the waves of disruption that's around the corner, or it's already happening in different parts of the industry, especially with technologies like AI really becoming mainstream and disrupting what IT is doing today and creating new roles or new jobs in the future. So how do we really get our existing workforce also to be ready for that kind of thing? I think that's the two-pronged strategy. Focus on the academia, also focus on the existing workforce to reskill and upskill them.
In 2013, EY GDS was like 1,800 people. And fast forward today, it's like 10,000. It grows 10,000, it says. So given this remarkable trajectory, where do you envision EY GDS Kerala operations over the next decade in terms of scale, capabilities, and strategic importance to the global delivery network?
I think Kerala, our offices in Kerala and the businesses that operate here play a very crucial role in the larger firm and the scheme of things. And some of the key services that's provided from EY's global delivery services comes from Kerala. So there's quite a lot of unique things that we do. It could be related to technologies like AI or all the other associated things, or it could be the services that we offer. So there's quite a lot of innovation, quite a lot of unique elements and services that we provide. I think that's been the hallmark of the teams that operate from Kerala. From a growth perspective, I think we had some amazing growth. The numbers have really grown up. But it's a reflection of the work that we do, the capabilities of the people, the kind of talent that we've been able to attract. And I think that will continue to grow as the firm grows, as the businesses grow. It's bound to be growth. And conservatively, we think we will probably double in number over the next few years. I can't say how many years, but that's definitely the plan to say that we will definitely grow in our Kerala operations.
Great. So to wrap up, I have a couple of questions aligned. So it all come together to one point. So I'll ask one by one. So maybe if you can answer it each. After each answer, I'll put the other one.
Sure.
So it is like, what is the one trend to watch?
I think it is artificial intelligence, and it will become all permissive, right? It'll be everywhere. It's what I would say in every field of life and work. That's the technology I think will really change or pivot in the future. So that's one technology to watch out for.
Yeah, and what is one early career lesson you always share?
I think it's a career lesson that I still continue. It is the ability to be curious, right? You really need to keep the curiosity going in your life and in your career. And curiosity helps you to learn, to understand new things, keep exploring new avenues, new opportunities. So curiosity is what I would say.
Do you have one dream project you would love to take on in the future?
I think every project that I do feels like a dream project. Like this is really what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't just categorize it as one dream project. Every project that we undertake, every piece of work that we do, it's a dream. It's a dream of someone out there. It may not be my dream. It could be a customer's dream. It could be the dream of people who are involved in the project. So every single day is like a dream come true, and then we make it more real.
Great. And finally, one liner about Technopark.
Oh, that's a tough one. But I'll tell you one unique element about Technopark is we create an avenue for the aspirations to meet the possibilities, right? So where there are people who come here with aspiration, this is an avenue or a platform that we created for that aspirations to be realized. So that's what I think is the unique thing about Technopark, the environment, the ecosystem, the culture that we have here, all of that.
So, Mr. Subish, it was great talking to you. It's great to know, what all the things that you do, and you come with this much years of experience, or 20 years, 25 years of experience you come with. Thank you so much for coming for our podcast, and we will see you next time.
So, thank you, Ajay, for having me here. It was great joining you for the podcast. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, that is Aspire Stories of Innovation, the Technopark podcast. See you next time.